I'm pleased to take this opportunity to declare once again, therefore, that this administration attaches the greatest importance to constructive and helpful criticisms as well as the freedom of the press, and to declare further that the administration also attaches the greatest importance of fundamental human rights.
Since Nigeria gained independence in 1960, the country has been faced with military dictatorship for almost 3 decades in total.
Many have expressed fears about the apparent return of the military. Many have talked about the concern of the international community. However, under the present circumstances, the survival of our beloved country is far above any other consideration.
From 1999, when the current democracy began, Nigerians have been enjoying the exercise of fundamental human rights, which include right to freedom of speech and religion, among others. But since the Buhari administration started a little less than 5 years ago, civil society organizations, activists, and general citizens have been openly harassed by security agencies, especially by the Department of State Security Services. What has been a major concern to the public is the newfound fashion of blatant disregard for and disobedience to court orders and human rights. The DSS had detained Omoyele Sowore, a 2019 presidential candidate and the publisher of Sahara Reporters, since the 3rd of August on treason, money laundering and cyber-stalking charges. After 125 days in DSS custody, he was reluctantly released by the DSS after receiving a court order. Within the 24 hours after his release, he was rearrested while standing for trial in court. Also, in 2015, the leader of the Islamic movement in Nigeria, Ibrahim El-Zakzaky, and his wife Zinat, was detained and has spent over 3 years in detention against court order granting them bail and ordering their release. On December 1, 2015, Sambo Dasuki, a former national security advisor, was arrested by the DSS for allegedly stealing $2.1 billion and awarding phantom contracts to buy 12 helicopters, 4 fighter jets, and ammunition meant for Nigeria's military campaign against Boko Haram Islamic militants. Despite being granted bail by 4 different High Court judges in Nigeria and ECOWAS courts, Dasuki has remained in DSS custody till date. On several occasions, the DSS has infringed on human rights and deliberately refused to obey court orders without being challenged. Also, a bill known as the Hate Speech Bill was proposed by the Nigerian Senate. The controversial bill has been protested against and condemned by many, saying it is a short walk to dictatorship. This and many more have shown that the government is consciously meddling with the fundamental rights of the citizens and disobeying the law and constitution, as well as also giving the impression of sloping from democracy to dictatorship under President Buhari's administration.